Howdy, friends. Steve DePoe here with the Rose Realty team with this week's real estate vlog for North Texas. Today, our fifth annual Thanksgiving Day Fun Facts vlog. This is one of my favorites of the year, and it's our fifth or maybe even sixth Thanksgiving Day annual Thanksgiving Day Fun Facts. So let's get into it. So the day after Thanksgiving is typically the busiest day for plumbers. Now, I always used to think that, well, it was because people use the bathroom a lot. But you know, I talked to a plumber not too long ago when he was doing some work on our house, and it's because people are throwing all kinds of stuff down there, like turkey and the turkey grease and bones and that kind of stuff, or the grandkids are coming over playing with their Hot Wheels, shoving them down the toilet, that kind of thing. So the day after Thanksgiving is the busiest day for plumbers. Calvin Coolidge once received a raccoon on Thanksgiving instead of a turkey. Think of that one, would you please? Female turkeys don't gobble. I'm going to end my commentary there because I don't want to get in trouble. But you know what I'm thinking. Frozen had the biggest Thanksgiving Day opening ever. The Disney movie Frozen, biggest Thanksgiving Day opening ever. Tofu is the most hated Thanksgiving Day dish, and we can all, I think, understand why. Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song. It was called the original title of it was One Horse Open Sleigh, which is obviously in the lyrics, right? But it was originally a Thanksgiving Day song, and then they changed it for Jingle Bells, making it, obviously a Christmas song. The first Thanksgiving lasted 3 days. Now, I can understand that, right? You cook your Thanksgiving dinner, you have all of those leftovers, right? And back then, when Thanksgiving was the first Thanksgiving, they didn't have refrigerators. They couldn't stick it in the refrigerator or freeze the stuff to have 2 weeks from now. They had to eat it all at the same time. So they had all of that stuff. The Indians had their share, the Pilgrims had their share, etc. And so they had to eat it all basically before it went bad. And so it lasted 3 days. Interesting. Now, this one specifically is for my wife, who after, I guess, about 16 months is stepping down from the presidency of the Women's Club here at Ropes and Ranch. Sarah Hale is attributed with getting Thanksgiving reinstated as a national holiday. She actually was the woman who wrote, or the person who wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb. And so she campaigned for, if you will, to have Thanksgiving instated as a national holiday, and obviously won. And so there's a fun fact there. And for my friend Bonnie, this one's for you. Canada celebrates a totally different Thanksgiving. It's the second Monday of October, and it's to celebrate the medical recovery of the Prince of Wales, who was suffering at the time, from a high fever, and he recovered. And so they celebrated Thanksgiving on the second Monday in October to celebrate his recovery. And we can't end on a fun fact about Canada. So here's one for you. Once upon a time, after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, they just released the balloons. Okay, so the big ones and small ones and medium-sized ones, they just released them, and they figured next year we'll either number one, find the big ones wherever they land, or we'll just make new ones next year and start over from scratch. I hope that was fun. I hope that brightens up your Thanksgiving Day just a little bit. Next week, getting back down to business, or at first-time home buyer tips. Hope you stay tuned. This is Steve DePoe with the Rose Realty team. I'm gone.